You know all my secrets.
I do, but I also don't break the rules very much.
Yeah, you and your child.
Yep.
Are such rule followers.
Yeah.
I think that's why you and I like initially. This is actually why we talk. Oh, are we rolling? Or what should we do?
We can start rolling.
Do we have to do something? When do I get to eat my snack?
When we start rolling, I guess. Like, but I only want to do
have an
it if you
intro
feel
or what?
ready.
How about this?
You know.
I'll just give you a countdown, and then you guys get.
Where am I
get
looking?
into it.
I'm
just gonna be like this.
Just look at Mary. Like,
because Andy's just gonna be on the fly, like going back.
Don't worry
and
about
forth.
any of the
look at
cameras.
this thing.
Yeah.
I'll say like, hey, like, welcome to the very first episode of the new.
Is there any theme song?
There at some point.
Okay.
We will do it.
It's more just a conversation. Like at this point, I think.
I know. Usually we are not allowed to talk for this long.
I know.
Okay. Anytime.
Ready?
Okay, I got
You
thrown
are
because Andy just
rolling.
did like the official like countdown, and I got a little nervous with that. But
feels
I'm it feels official.
official and
A
important.
fish,
Is
as
that
we would
like
say.
what I should be doing?
No, that's
maybe?
exactly what you should be doing.
This is
He's
the
keeping
pilot
it a fish.
episode.
Yeah,
I
this
have
is
no
the
idea.
the pilot.
Okay.
And this pilot's on cocaine.
Please don't crash.
So, okay, tonight for my very first episode, I have my friend Lauren Giannullo here because I needed to have somebody that I felt extremely comfortable.
The most comfy. I'm very comfy.
So it's like either you or like my best friend, but like Robin has some nerves about coming down to the basement and
I
being
have
on
no
camera.
nerves. I
Yeah,
just skipped
so
right
I was
down.
like, okay, this is a good person.
No, I'm ready. I like it down here. This is nice.
So our new format, Lauren, because you were on the last one where we made porn pods.
We did. It was great.
It was really fun, but we never got to just chat without
It's true.
without shit happening in front of us.
It was focused.
It was very focused, and I don't know if you're going to like miss having that like focused element, or if this is going to feel really freaking awkward to you to just.
I don't feel awkward basically ever. I might look awkward, but I don't feel it.
Yay!
I mean,
oh God, I
it's
love
a
that.
little cognitive dissonance, but trust me on that one. I
Aw.
feel totally comfy. Also, this chair,
Okay, yeah, because these are brand spanking new. You're the first guest to
plus.
sit in it.
nice.
Okay, and then we have these beautiful Yeti penises.
This thing
to talk
is less
into.
awesome. It's distracting, but I'm okay with it.
As all penises are.
You
They're
know,
distracting.
I don't know. This one's way more. I think
And
this is
it-
furry.
This is like am I allowed to say his name, your husband?
Yeah.
Okay, so is this how you are with like Mark? You're like,
No.
would
I'm
you
the
please just
opposite.
let me sleep?
You know, if it looked like this, I might be. I'd be like, oh, I gotta take
'Cause that-
manscaping.
Like you're gonna get so much in your mouth.
You're gonna get a hairball.
Yes.
You're gonna get a hairball.
And then-
Straight up.
What like a horrible way of ending like a sexual experience.
Yeah,
like,
with a hairball.
You're like,
like I don't know about you, but I have
Eating at the
cats, and
side
like
of
you
the
just
bed.
like find them at like inopportune times, or like you don't see it, and then you step in it. So like, can you imagine? Like the kids would be like, "I stepped in a hairball." I'd be like, "Let me tell you about how that happened." You know? So no, that's
your
not my
father's
life.
dick looks like that of a Yeti.
And things happen. But thankfully, that's not my reality, which is, I
No.
think, why I'm struggling, because I'm like, where do I look?
Yeah.
But I'm okay. I shouldn't look at it.
This is like all of it. This is like all of it. This is like my wedding night. I'm like, what should I do? I shouldn't look at it. I think that's the thing I shouldn't
Dim
do.
the lights.
I shouldn't like get a really good look at
No,
it before
no.
it goes in.
No, just it's a fun surprise. Although, as we know, I hate surprises, so no. Ugh.
My
No.
God. Then I'm so surprised
Ugh.
that you said yes to this, because like this is nothing but
Yeah,
like
but
letting
you're-
the conversation take
Yeah, that's true, but like you're not a surprise, and it's with you, so like I'm good with it. You know?
Oh my God.
I mean,
that
nothing
makes me
you
feel
could
good.
say sort of would make me surprised at this point.
Are you for real?
I
Like
mean,
you couldn't be surprised?
You could try to prove me wrong, but like we're good pals, and you know,
And we've had a lot
we've
of
had
like
weird conversations. So
we've had a lot of moments of like, what?
yeah,
You think of that weird thing
yes.
too?
Which
Like
is
what?
really validating.
Yes.
Yeah, feels
When
good.
you said Phantom Tollbooth was your
Oh,
favorite
man, remember
book
that we were in
growing
the
up,
hallway,
I
delivering
teared up.
breakfast. Yeah, that was a special moment.
Yep, it really was.
Special
because
moment.
We just kept having these weird things where we're like,
Yeah.
oh, I find that funny too, or Like, you were the first person that I had ever heard.
Uh-oh.
You know where
I'm afraid.
the scissoring on your period
Oh, obviously.
is like I tell that story so many times, and because it was the day, Lauren, that I fell in love. Like, I was like, who is this amazing person, and where have they been my whole life?
I mean, you know, New Jersey for a long time, and then I came to Vermont into the lunchroom, and then all the stars aligned. It was great.
Okay, so I forgot we're taping this, and it's not just us talking.
That's
so I should
right.
explain
How we even know
will
each
you
other.
explain about the scissoring on the period, or like will
I
you?
don't remember. Well, I remember, but I'm not going to say it as good as you.
Okay, so I was really excited because
were
you were coming on full time.
Yes, that's what it was. I'm like, what was the like precipitating conversation to that? And I think it was like, okay, I was part-time working in the cafeteria, and then it was like, oh, I can be full-time now. Is it snack time?
I'm just gonna do it. So Lauren, we're still doing gas station snacks, and you stuck with your fucking funny bones.
You know what?
But I love you so much that here we go.
Hater. Do you have any haterade to wash them down?
We have Bill Hader.
I mean,
and Conan.
I don't know what to say. I'm just gonna eat this.
I don't know what to say.
I'm happy to admit that when it happens.
That's when you just shove it in your mouth. Someone asks you something.
It goes, doo, 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 doo.
So many phallic things.
I know, but this one's full of peanut butter. That's what I'm talking about.
It's so.
It's not dry. You are
it's
wrong.
So goddamn dry.
I'm gonna eat both.
Lauren, and you know I hate saying things that might hurt your feelings.
My feelings aren't hurt because
Good
this isn't
Lord.
a feelings. This is a fact.
Oh my god, my mouth is like struggling so hard to make saliva to like encase it. It's like it doesn't know what to do. It's just like chucking
You
crap
just take
in
this
there.
out of context, and it's hard to make saliva in your mouth when like you need to.
Andy, is that how you feel like when you're
When you're what? Meredith?
Sorry, I was distracted by my microphone making a very loud thumping because I moved it, and I'm like, oh yeah, I didn't mute my mic. I'm
Oh,
in
no.
tech head world right now.
Oh.
That's okay.
No, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
You're talking about jizz or something?
Peanut butter. but
what do I?
It's the same
The
thing.
usual.
Yeah. Do I think about jizz? Yes.
Oh,
5 second rule.
I don't know about this
I
one.
don't- no.
Whoa!
Dude, let's be real.
Holy shit, that was like the most courageous thing I've ever. You're like Jekyll and Hyde, like doing science on yourself.
I've eaten stuff off the cafeteria floor.
Lauren.
You haven't?
No.
Oh, well,
There
I'm
could
fine.
be pee on the cafeteria floor.
I mean, there isn't. Well, I don't know if there is, but it was dry.
So it's dry pee. It landed in a dry pee pile.
I have a low bar. I don't know. It's a funny bone. Like, dude, it could drop.
Why is this called a funny bone though? It doesn't look like a bone. It's not funny.
I don't know.
I don't understand this
The
at
internet
all.
could probably tell us, but I don't have an answer.
Funny bones with an S.
Well, there's 2.
Well, this is like terrible.
I'm gonna take down number 2.
Oh my god.
You don't have to. You can save it for me for later.
No, it's like hot ones. Like I feel like I have to finish the challenge.
No,
I
I'd
gotta
rather
do the
eat it
whole thing.
actually.
Or the cinnamon challenge.
Can't you just save it for me and give me a third?
Oh yeah. Okay.
I don't want it right now because that would be a bridge too far.
Put
But
it in the Conan and Bill Hader garden.
I'm littering.
That's all right. They can handle it.
This is delicious. Thank you for buying these for me. I
Of
know you
course.
hate them, but I love them, and I haven't eaten one in a good couple of months.
I am. So you've had one since the last time we saw each other
I
down
do.
here.
No,
Okay.
not a regular snack because I like to keep them special. Because, like, do you ever eat something too much that you really like and then it gets ruined? Like bagel bites.
Can
when I
you
was
pronounce
young.
that correctly though?
What?
It's not ruined.
Ruined!
Thank you.
No.
Thank you for doing
No,
that.
I've had
for
a
me.
lot of, like, special foods to me that have been ruined.
Okay, go. I want to know. What
Oh.
was something that you just
Bagel
like,
bites.
burnt out?
Bagel bites. That was the first one I remember.
Oh, those are ruined.
Because I was a kid, I ate a lot of bagel bites.
Oh no.
Okay, they were just like a safe food. I
Yep.
liked them, and I could cook them in the microwave myself.
Yeah, you got to feel independent with bagel bites.
Yeah, man. And
Yep.
actually, we had an old microwave in our house, and we called it Bones.
Your microwave had a name?
It had a name because it was literally, I think, from like the year I was born, and it was so old and had one of those like weird screens where like the numbers were light up lines.
Oh my God!
Right?
So it was like a science kitchen, a science oven, a science.
It was
oven.
a microwave. Do you call microwave science ovens?
I think so. In,
Okay,
like,
that's
American
weird.
Hustle. They call it a science oven.
Oh, okay. If that's a show, I don't know it because I don't.
I know,
do
it's a movie and
shows.
you also
Nope,
wouldn't know
don't
that.
do movies either. But anyway, it was so old and busted that when instead of saying done at the end, it would blink and say bones. So we just named it Bones. That's a total tangent, but
Why can't they all say that?
I don't
I would
know.
actually prefer it if it said bones.
it says bones, but it's
Or
gone
boob.
now. I mean, it was leaking so much radiation. We realized later it was messing with the Wi-Fi when it was on. So I hope I don't die from bones.
Dude,
But-
you could have like someone could have gotten
know.
like I can't believe your kids like came
I
out
know,
like
neither.
somewhat normal.
Like without like extra limbs.
I know, like Chernobyl
Yeah.
like territory.
But back to pizza.
Okay.
Bagel pizza.
Yeah.
Pizza bagels. Bagel bites. So I ate so many, and then one day I'm like hyped for bagel bites, and I couldn't do it. It was over.
Oh no.
And I just couldn't. It wasn't that something happened. It wasn't that they were a bad batch or like expired. I just couldn't. It was over.
It was like how friendships have seasons, and you're like,
It just felt
these
abrupt.
bagel bites like got me to this
Yeah.
point, and now it's time for me to head out on my own.
But it wasn't my choice. It just happened.
Oh my
I go
God.
through phases still. Like tortillas are a great safety food, and eggs used to be, but I'm sort of off eggs right now. Like once in a while, but it's not like a default. I went through a real veggie burger phase.
Oh yep.
Those Trader
Yep.
Joe's like masala veggie burgers.
They have masala
They're
veggie
good.
burgers.
Yep, except
Oh
not
my
anymore
God,
because I
that
had too
sounds
many,
so
and now I
good.
don't ever want one again. But maybe in time I'll come around.
But I trust your culinary taste, so I'm going to
I
go.
wouldn't.
Well,
I just
actually,
ate
you
off
ate
the
gas
floor.
station freaking deviled eggs.
Oh, I've eaten those too.
Why am I saying I trust your
I mean,
taste?
I
You
made you
suggested
eat
these.
these.
Yeah, like what?
Home-
It's like an old dog. Because you're like enjoying them so much
I am.
that I can't say something mean about them. It
Oh.
makes me feel awful.
I don't feel bad at
Like
all.
they're like, you're Lauren. This makes me like miss you so much.
I'm
Like,
so
it tastes like an
confident.
old dog turd. You're like, yep, I think it tastes great. Like
I'm not bothered.
you have a superpower.
Do I? I don't know.
Okay. So this is the question I want to ask everybody because I love
I'm
this
ready.
question. What was your favorite toy that you had growing up?
Oh gosh, that's a hard one. Well, the one, I mean, I don't know. It may not be number one on the list because that's too hard, but the one that pops in my mind that I loved, did you ever see the 2XL robot?
Wait, describe it.
It was a little, like, yay big, maybe a foot tall. It was gray and blue, and you put a cassette in it, and it played, like, nerdy, like, science
Yes,
things
did
and
his
math
face
things.
did his face
It
like
lit up,
change?
and it had
Yes.
buttons to push the answer, like
Yes.
ABCD. And I would just do it a million times over, and I wouldn't even care because I probably got them right.
And
all
it had
on
the
first
little
try.
card, right? That you
No,
put
it
in
wasn't
the
a
front.
card. It was cassettes.
Oh.
It was cassettes.
Oh my God. I think this sounds really familiar.
I bet there
to
were
me.
like variations on the 2XL, but that's the one I had. And actually, it was hilarious because we unearthed it and we still have it. It doesn't work anymore, so now it's just like a little statue, and it's in August room. And he just really wished it worked, but you know,
Oh my God.
yeah.
Growing up, my brother had this robot that I loved. It was black and gold, and it actually would slide across the floor.
Whoa, that's next level.
And it had a little gun that you'd put liquid smoke into, and it would fire the
sounds
gun. And it would go like,
questionable,
and it would fire the gun.
That sounds like aggressive.
Yeah.
2XL just like helped you be smart, which is perfect because I was just like, let's learn.
Does he have like a little sticker clown face kind of?
No. I don't like clowns, and why would a robot have a clown face?
Oh my God, you reacted. You went to 10 so quickly. No.
I mean, what in the hell? Have you ever seen a robot with a clown face?
Yes, I think
Okay.
I have. I think there was one that had a sticker for a face, and it had like the same thing where you like learn.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all. And you know what Magenta did? So Magenta's my kid, and she's 6, and she knows I don't like clowns. And on April Fool's Day,
Oh no.
she put a note on top of my pillow. It was like, "Mom, look under your pillow. There's something for you." and I looked under the pillow, and it's a card, and on the outside, it says, "I love you, mommy," and then on the inside, it is this, I wish I had a picture, horrific drawing of like a clown face, and it says, "Ha ha, April Fool's got you, love Magenta," and I was like, it was, I mean, credit where credit is due. She's 6, and she nailed it.
Did it look like she had taken a lot of time on the clown face to like make
there
it
were
look...
there was like one huge one and like 2 floating above it. Like it was.
Oh God!
And it had like this really weird. I mean, I hated it, but I mean, I was sort of proud.
You love these things.
I don't know. There's no love. I mean, I love the effort. Okay. I love the thought process. Hate the clown. Hate everything about the clown.
I love how real you are about...
I just didn't like it.
We have like friends that were having a bonfire one night, and I get really crazy about like the kids' art. I like, if it says like mom or dad, like I save it. And so
boy, mine hits the recycling bin a lot.
Yes, and then our friend was like, our Tinder tonight is children's art. And he was chucking kids' art in the fire.
Next time? Because that sounds great.
God,
No,
I couldn't believe it.
Really? Because you know what I'll do? I'll like let it sort of collect, and then it'll be in like this pile. It's like a critical mass, and then all of a sudden, it'll just like go straight out to the can.
You don't go through it and be like, oh, this one says I love you. I'm gonna keep it.
No, I do that right away.
Okay.
Like, if it's a good one, so I'm pretty organized about this. I know it's shocking, but I have folders for each kid that's like for the keeps.
Oh.
So like if it's an obvious keep, it goes in the folder right away.
Okay.
If it's not, it'll like hang around on the counter for a minute, and then like that pile will get a little too big, or I'm like, I need some space. Bye.
What is your cutoff? Like, how do you decide like what's a keeper and like what goes into the recycling?
I have no idea.
Because it's
pretty seat of the pants.
You're like, whatever. Well, I guess it's like whatever pulls you with regular art. You're like, oh, I want to keep this because it means something to me.
You know, how many friggin' like coloring pages can I keep?
Oh yeah, those were like ones I definitely recycled.
Yeah,
like unless it said like I love, unless they put my name on there or something like that.
I'm gonna tell your kids to like write your name on everything, and you're never gonna be able to throw shit away again.
Why do you hate me? I thought you liked me.
No, it's some exposure therapy. You ready?
Deal with it, bitch.
Throw it in the recycling. In the can. No, that's pretty harsh.
Push it down.
But you know I throw shit out all the time. I like to throw things around. I don't like to have too much stuff. You should see my refrigerator.
Is it all blank slate?
If it's more than half full, it's a hard time.
Like the inside of it. Like you will actually purge out the inside.
It just doesn't get that full.
Oh
I just
my
can't
God.
hang.
So if you saw like a well-stocked pantry, that would drive you up a wall?
If it was like well organized, I could live with it. But like, I don't know. I'd make a bad prepper. I'd be dead fast because I don't have that much extra stuff. Like, that's it.
I was raised Mormon, and they beat that shit into you.
What, to save
hardcore,
everything?
like doomsday prepping, sort of.
Well,
like
I'm
that.
not ready. And if the doomsday comes, I just want to be first. I'm just not going to hang around. So.
I have always thought that. Every time I watch a horror movie, I always want to be. Yes, I always want to be the first one killed because you're like, okay, like.
That's stupid.
Quick, like, yep, right. I don't want to have to run from this person. Just end my life. Just
done.
Be done with it.
Yeah. But anyway, but yeah, I don't even know how we got there. 2XL.
Of course not. 2XL.
It was a good toy.
Is there a toy that you ever like coveted that was like that you never got, that you like wish you had when you were a kid, that you always asked for, or that you other friends had that you're like, I really wish I could have that toy?
I don't think so, actually.
Really?
I mean, honestly, I was such like a big dork. I just wanted to like read books and like play my Game Boy.
Oh my God.
And like play. Then I got older and it's like I got a Sega, you know?
Oh
and then I like would like build a model rocket or like, you know, do like child quizzes on 2XL. Like practice for school.
We have so much. We have like weirdly things in common where like we were like these weird kind of dorky girls that were just like I
also just didn't even care.
Yeah, I don't feel like I need to.
No.
Like
I mean the peer pressure stuff started coming later, but like as a kid I was like do. I mean I literally wore like sweatpants and like football jerseys and turtlenecks. Like clearly I wasn't like worried about what other people were thinking if I was like cool or not. I should have brought like my school pictures, man. That'll be
my
another
God,
day.
I almost asked like you to bring them because you have the other story, and I don't know if you would feel comfortable talking about it.
I
'Cause
probably
it's about,
do.
It's about your family, and Andy hasn't heard it.
Oh boy.
The freaking water skiing story about your dad.
Which one?
Oh my God, where you had to help your
The
dad.
barefooting story. Oh, let's go, baby.
I love this so much.
This one, I wasn't even a kid. I mean, I was like a young teen.
That makes it worse
It does
to
make
me.
it worse.
Because you remember it
yeah.
so clearly.
So the background, because like I come from a normal family. My parents used to be in a water ski club.
So cool, and like
just regular.
I can't even put my mind there.
So obviously I learned to water ski as a kid, and like it's just one of those. It's like a party trick. I can water ski. Okay, cool. So my dad, he's like 71. He actually just got a fresh hip on Monday, so no water.
Oh my God!
skiing.
Yay, Lauren's dad.
Yeah, second one. He's not his first.
He's got
rodeo.
a freshie.
He's got 2 fake hips now. But anyway,
Oh
so
my
no
God.
water skiing for him this summer. But I mean, he's back at it next year. He's like a wild man. But so he barefoot water skis. So
That's nuts.
it's pretty obvious, but he water skis just on his feet. There are no
Does he have like
skis.
crazy massive calluses on the
really.
bottom of
Like
his
right
feet?
when it's over, they're like weird and purple for a minute. I don't know.
Why would you do it? Why
I
would
don't
you
know.
want your
you
feet
can
to
bring
be weird
Ken
and purple?
on your show if you want and
oh
ask
my
him.
God, I would love that. By the
It'd
way,
be wild. But anyway, so and he does that, and you wear a special wetsuit, right? So it's a wetsuit, and to make a long story short, it just is like it helps you float a little because you're not wearing a life jacket. It has padding in different places to protect your body, and it's snug. It's a wetsuit, okay? So it's hard to get off. And you know, my dad goes barefooting, and I'm in the boat or whatever. I think my mom drove, and he's done. He's like, oh, you know, can you help me peel the wetsuit off? And I'm like, yeah, of course. It has a zipper in the
peel
front.
the wetsuit.
Yeah, you know, so front zipper, and he has a bathing suit under it. Okay, it's not weird. So
Like some kind of weird banana.
no, it was actually not because I think
Peeling it down.
I thought you were saying he had a weird banana hammock under
Oh
it.
God!
I'm like, no,
well,
by
did he?
then my mom made him not wear those anymore. At this
So
point,
he did at one
as a
point
kid,
wear
you
the
should
banana.
see our family photo albums. We
Is
called
that
them.
where he's wearing the fur coat and he's
Yes,
got like
yes, we called them Club Med bathing suits. That is another tale. So I think he just had on a regular bathing suit. So I'm like, yeah, okay. So he unzips it, and I'm pulling it like off his shoulders, and I pull it, and and I'm like, something's not right. There was like poop up his back. And I'm like,
Andy, I can't wait for Andy to hear this.
there's poop up his back, and I'm like, Dad, and I like jumped away. I'm like, Dad pooped his wetsuit. So you're gonna ask, well, why is there poop in his wetsuit? Did
Yes.
he just randomly poop his pants? No. So when you are barefoot water skiing and you start in the water behind the boat, you don't just pop up on your feet. That would be impossible. So the boat goes, and you're holding the handle. Here, I'll demonstrate.
This is
Okay,
fantastic.
so you're holding the handle, and you're wrapping your toes around the line.
Your legs are so long. It's amazing.
So you wrap your toes around the line. And this is
Yeah.
why you have the special padded wetsuit, because the butt is padded. So when you pull out of the water, you're bouncing
Oh.
on your butt on the water. So in this case, the water just hit that angle just right. And it was like a lake water enema.
Oh, it went up
The butt.
up the hole.
Up the butt. And then he stood up, and now he's barefoot and do.
And he didn't know
didn't
that
know.
anything had
He just
come
got
out.
to clean out, like, you know, and then nothing to see here until whoop, and I'm like, oh my God. So I think at that point, my mom was like, Ken, just get in the water. Just get in the lake. And I don't
Was your dad embarrassed?
No. He's not like me. It's hard to embarrass him. He was just like, oh, yeah, all right. No, he was not embarrassed at all.
He was like, this is usual. So I wonder if he has dealt with himself like shitting his wetsuit.
I actually
so
didn't.
much.
I don't think so. I think he literally just doesn't get embarrassed by stuff, which I get.
Oh
I
my
mean,
God,
it's
that's
hard for me to get
amazing
really
superpower.
embarrassed. Or you just are like not paying any attention to social cues and stuff. Like that is probably
Okay,
what it
that
is.
leads me into like why this is such an amazing night.
Oh, okay. Is it because I
Because-
just demonstrated barefoot water skiing in a lawn chair?
And well, yeah,
Okay.
obviously that, and the fact that now I know that I know why that there's padded wetsuits on the ass, and
Yep, there are.
I had no idea that was a thing.
I mean,
and
this
that you
is what
can shit them
happens.
and not even know
You
it.
can. Yep. That's pretty niche, but you can.
Okay,
Yeah.
I have so much. Anytime you mention your dad,
It could
I
be a
have so much
whole-
that I want to ask him about. I want to just hang out
he
with
lives
him.
in Vermont now, so he'll be up a lot. So, we'll coordinate.
That
We'll
would
make a
be
date.
Fantastic.
We'll make a date.
And he can bring his cool art. I love your dad's cool
That
art.
is true. I always forgot. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So well, not the real reason, but like something I want to bring up that I think is so cool because when you and I were working together, you were in the process of trying to get evaluated finally at long last for like autism.
Yeah, even
as
though
an
you
adult
could have
woman.
diagnosed me like
Oh
many
God,
times,
yeah, like
but
we,
sure. Yeah.
I knew like right away.
Yep.
But and I think probably that's why we got along so
Yeah.
well.
I wish I had counted how many times you were like, Lauren, how do you not have a diagnosis? And I'd be like, I don't know. There's a wait list. That's why.
There were so many like things like there was this one day that I just wanted to see how long it would take Lauren to notice.
I forgot about this.
I used to have a little Wi-Fi speaker.
Oh boy.
And
You did.
I would always pick the music.
Mhm.
And one day I got my mind set on you by George
I forgot
Harrison.
about this.
I put it on and I was like, okay, I'm gonna see how long it takes Lauren to notice that I've put this on repeat.
I forgot.
And it played for
Had to
like
have been,
an
like-
hour. And finally you're like, this is a really long song. Why is this
And you
song
all
so
started
long? I'm like,
laughing.
this is the 50th time it's freaking played. Like every time we'd hear, I got my mind set on you. And I'd look at you and you're like,
I get
I'm like, good Lord, this is like the 20th time this song is played.
I get into hyper focus.
Yes.
It's just a thing. I mean,
Yes.
sometimes it serves me like then, so I didn't have to deal with that.
How did it, like, if you don't mind me, like, prying.
I don't mind anything.
Okay. I have so many questions because
Go.
when you were a kid, well, yeah, like, how did it, now knowing what you know about yourself and
Oh,
looking
boy.
back,
Yeah.
were you like, oh, that was definitely something.
Oh,
that was definitely
100%,
something.
100%, 1,000%, and the list is long and distinguished. But
Distinguished.
yes, but it's funny because as part of the evaluation, so like one of the criteria is it
I'm
has to be
so curious
present
about this.
since you're like little.
Okay.
Because otherwise it's just like, whoa, something got weird. And we know that's not how it works. You
Yeah.
know, it wasn't like, whoops, I got a vaccine. No.
Right.
So they had like an interview with my mom. So
Like now? Like your mom now?
yeah. Well,
Whoa.
they didn't like get a time machine. What are you talking about? Okay, sorry, that was literal. That was me being too literal. No. So they called my mom, and like my mom.
I'm like, no
knew.
wonder why it took so long. They had to build a fucking time
And then they
machine.
went back to like the mid to late 80s.
Yeah,
and like,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, okay. I mean, they could have had we the technology saved a lot of time.
Do a quantum leap and go back.
So no, but they did. They talked to my mom with like, it's like a standardized thing.
Okay.
And you know, I as the result of all this, I got like sort of the summary of it. And I was like, I forgot about that weird thing I did, and I forgot about that weird thing
so
I
she
did.
had noticed things too.
Of course, but like it was the 80s, and like I was like, just kind of weird, you know?
Was
like,
that validating to
Yeah,
have somebody
totally.
else say like, yeah, I saw this stuff?
I mean, sort of, but it's funny because this is the shit we joke about all the time with me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like not in a mean way. Like it's a little funny. Like, okay, hold on, caveat. So, caveat. Here we are. We're talking about autism like it's so fun and good.
Yeah.
All right, I am very privileged and lucky to be on the very low support needs
Yes.
end of things. Lots of people have like very difficult lives with like high support need, you know, autism situations. And I have like a supportive family and community. And I have the time and money, since this is not like an insurance thing, to like
Yeah.
wait on a list for 2 years and pay like a lot of dollars to like get all this done. So that's just my caveat. So now we can like make funny haha jokes because that's how I feel about it.
But like,
that's
what
not the
is
case for
that
everybody.
like? What is that process
Waiting?
like from start to finish? Like, did they tell you this is for sure going to take 2 years, or were they just
Well, they
like,
had warned me like at least a year when I first got on the list.
oh my god?
And
that
I'm like,
feels
okay,
such a long
waiting is
time.
hard.
Yeah.
Like me in a line, it's hilarious. Like, I mean, it's hilarious. But thankfully there was no line. So, but I mean, I'd forget about it for a while, and then I'd get real sideways about it for a while, and then I would, you know, forget about it, and then I'd get real sideways, and then I would call, which you know it's big time if I'm making a phone call.
Yes,
Because
yes.
I am not a phone call person.
No,
I'm not picking up.
Yeah.
I'm not. You're gonna if you leave a voicemail, I'm gonna be bothered.
Yes.
Just text me. But anyway, so no, it was okay. But yeah, I just waited. I mean, it was a good exercise. Waiting.
What happened like for you after like you got so they give you like an official paper that says like
I got
this
like
is
a
what
big
you
old
have?
report.
Whoa.
Yeah, because I mean, I went for like 3 or 4 different sessions, and I love a survey.
3 or
And let
4
me tell
different
you,
sessions?
Yeah, if you
Holy
love a
cow.
survey, go for an autism diagnosis because you get to fill in the dots and the bubbles and do a survey about
Oh my
yourself
god.
and like your feelings.
It's like
and
a
stuff.
freaking Cosmo
It
personality
kind of was.
quiz.
Yeah, it tells you. I'm not even gonna go there, but
Does it tell you how to give like a good blowjob?
I mean, that was like at the like bonus question at the end. Yeah. But yeah, so you did that, and then we had to do all these weird little exercises, like
What? Like what?
like I had to like narrate a book with no words. I didn't do so great on it. And then you had to like explain how you would teach someone to brush their teeth.
Oh.
It was really weird. I don't even know. And he sort of explained like why we did it all at the end. But like it's really funny because the joke is like I failed the autism test, like, you know. But just reading through it, it was like you got to like get a little window on like what someone else like saw you as in this sort of like lens.
Yeah.
Of, like, so it was like pretty fascinating. I was like, oh, I didn't realize I was like so weird that way. Like they're like their gestures are really exaggerated. Like, and I was like, oh, I guess they are. Oh well, like
Yeah,
that's who
like,
I
what-
am.
I
like-
would wonder if that's like a double-edged
It's
sword
fine. No,
in a
I
way.
actually thought it was like fine because like it wasn't anything I didn't know.
Yeah.
You know, it's like yeah, duh. And honestly, the only thing I felt bad about, I actually went in afterwards. I'm like, I'm sorry, I was rude, because like I'm not good at turn taking
Yes.
in a conversation, and apparently I'm not good at keeping the conversation flowing unless it's about things that I like. I'm like, you're right. You're right. I mean, don't you want to talk about birds? I don't know.
Well, then how the hell do we talk? Because
I don't know.
because I'm not like
I think
I
'cause-
enjoy birds, but you and I have always had an easy time talking.
Because you talk in a weird way too.
Yes,
I mean,
I agree. I
I mean that in a nice way.
Yes.
See, there's another. Also, yeah, the bluntness. But whatever. It's, you know, it's fine. But it was hilarious. And then, so there was all that. And then my mom interview thing. And that was really funny because, like, I had forgotten. But my parents, without knowing, every Christmas would get me, like, the best autistic kid present in the universe. It was the Jelly Belly box with, like, the 48 flavors. And they were all in their own compartment.
It was all organized.
It was all organized. Now, it was great, but then it would sort of be a little paralyzing because I'm like, well, I have to eat them now, so there's the same number in every compartment.
Yes.
And I'm like, but I
could
don't like
see
this
that.
flavor. And then if my sister came and, like, kicked it, oh, my God, I'd have to fix the whole thing. Like, so.
And
but,
you were
but I had
little-
forgotten about this. I guess. I was probably, like, you know, elementary school-ish.
But when you were little, like, do you, like, because I live
Yeah,
with
yeah.
an autistic person.
Totally.
Like, did you have meltdowns? Did you have any of that
Mine
stuff
were
that
all
is
really
normal?
quiet.
Okay,
No,
I
but
was
I'd
wondering.
had the, like, will never approach other kids. Not ever. No. Like,
did you have did you have buddies?
I had like the kid who lived across the street who like just hung out. I think
Yeah,
like,
'cause you're a
tolerated
warm
me,
body.
right? Basically, but I didn't care. I'm like, I'm good.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
though.
and I just like would never. And there's this one thing that I actually remembered, and my mom remembered separately. In kindergarten, we had stations, right? This is the block station. This is the art station, and this is the like play with dolls station. And I was like, every single day. And I'm so grateful for this teacher for letting it ride. I would be like, I have a stomach ache when I had to go to the doll station because it involved playing make believe
believe
and like interacting with other kids. And I'm like, and they were just like, okay.
It's not concrete.
They knew that I did not have a stomach ache, but they
Oh.
didn't push it, and I just chilled and probably read a book. And
That's probably
it was
that's
really funny.
cool actually for like an 80s.
Oh yeah, they
like,
didn't have a clue. I think they were probably just like, whatever, she's quiet. So,
oh
yep.
man.
So like there's just like little things like that. But again, like I'm on like the low support needs. I'm like the sneaky-tism.
yes.
But not once you get to know me. So basically the parameters are you're either going to be really surprised to know this about me or not at all.
Yeah.
There's no middle ground.
Which is like when you told me you got the diagnosis,
like, oh,
I was
duh.
like, this is just great for hopefully for you.
Yeah, no, I thought it was great. I mean, it was funny because when I was waiting for it, like, so I go through it and they're like, oh, we got to write the report in 2 weeks. And then I'm like, maybe I'm faking it. Like for the 2 weeks,
Oh,
I'm like,
God.
maybe I've been making it all up. But that's ridiculous. I think
Oh,
I just got like a little
no.
like, have I just been like blowing smoke out of my ass? And like just, I don't know,
Yes.
why would, but like, oh my God, that doesn't make any sense. But I got like anxious
But I could
about
see
it.
I could see someone's brain doing
Yeah,
that. to
I
them.
got real anxious about it. And then, of course, like, I got it. And I was like, Mark, he's like, yeah, I'm not surprised. That's great. I'm glad. Like, I'm glad it's all done. I'm like, yeah, it's all there. It's there. Yeah, here it is. He's like, yeah, okay, yeah.
Does it make you change the way you view yourself at all, or Like, do you still?
Not really. I mean, it's funny because like there's a big culture of like, especially in adults, like self-diagnosis, right? Because getting a diagnosis, as we discussed a little bit, is so friggin' difficult because it's just there's not a lot of people who do adult evals. There's super long waiting lists. Insurance does not cover it like they do for children.
Yeah.
So that's why self-diagnosis
like,
huge
female.
deal. Yeah, totally. So it's like, yeah, a lot of people don't have access, or
man.
or there's countless other reasons why one might not want to pursue it. I mean, at this point, I don't know. According to RFK, I might need to go to the work camps or whatever. So who knows? You know, maybe that's why you don't want a diagnosis.
They would get a really good worker. I mean, that's the problem. They would get a really good worker.
So, but anyway, like, but I couldn't wrap my head around it. You know, I'm like, I definitely feel like this is the case for me, but I never felt like confident that I could be like, yeah, I figured this out for myself and this is what I am. And maybe that's just because I'm too much of a rule follower. I'm like, the doctor has to do it, not me. I'm not a doctor. So that felt good. I mean, I was sort of just like relieved.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, yeah, this is what I suspected. So I feel good that like I was not completely off track.
And you know yourself.
Yeah. And I kind of have been operating under this assumption for a while now, like ever since like August got diagnosed. August is my kid who's autistic, also low support needs. But it was like, that was when this all kicked off. I mean, I always knew I was like weird and had issues. But I remember sitting in like the interview bit for my kid and like, I was like, oh no. Huh.
So that's where it was like.
Oh, totally. That's where it was like this light bulb moment. And I'm like, well, my life won't ever be the same now. Because I was like, it's me. Like going
you can't unknow it. You can't unknow it once it's known.
But it felt so good. It was like, this is so helpful. This is like unlocking a big mystery. Because in the meantime, before I figured that out, I'm like, I'm just a bad person. I am just not good at being a good person. And I'm just sort of crappy, but I'll keep trying. I'm not, you know, like, so it was like, oh. I mean, now, not that this is an excuse.
Yeah.
It just actually gives me a framework to try to actually be cognizant and like do a better job on like my terms and understand how I can do a better job without just being like self-flagellating.
Yeah.
Which I still do a lot of.
Yes.
But it's, you know, it's we pulled back a bit. So that's nice. I find other things to do that about. So.
Have you always felt like comfortable, like giving yourself the things you feel like you need?
Yeah, pretty much.
Or like, have you ever felt like you've had to like mask or like...
totally. I mean, at this point, it's part of my life because I've been doing it my whole life. I mean, it probably really kicked off like around the time when I stopped wearing sweatpants. Because I'm like, I guess I need to sort of present myself in a certain way. So maybe like high school-ish.
I can't just go with the comfortable thing.
Yeah, totally. But it just got real normal for me for a long time. And it's interesting because I feel like, and even like with like pursuing jobs that I did, it's like I felt like nothing ever stuck and everything felt really bad. And it's like, of course it did, because I have to sit all day and I have to talk to people and I have to talk on the phone and I like it never worked. And I'm like, but I'm smart. I'm well educated. I'm well qualified. But it always felt like I was having these issues. And like I was like legitimately, but it wasn't like clear why.
Man.
And it's like, if nothing else, it's helpful to understand why here I am on like this track and it just never stuck. Like I like to say I'm the most overeducated lunch lady I know with my master's degree in city planning, slinging pizza and slushies. But it's the best job ever for me. And like, again, privilege here. Like I get paid trash, but I have a partner who can mostly support us. But it's like, yeah, I mean, other stuff just did not work well for me. And I just have a better perspective on the why. Yeah. And like, that's a thing. Like for even people who have like low support needs, you know, and they're on the spectrum, it can be really hard to find like well-suited employment. Yeah. And like, you know, half of those people are also dealing with like anxiety and stuff. So it can be like a real shitstorm. But I feel like ultra lucky I landed in Lunch Lady Land because it's great. And, you know, it's
and like that like is so interesting to me because like people have this view of autism, or some people do, that like you always need these like quiet environments. Totally. You need that lunchroom is insane.
Totally. So it's that's actually a really good point because it is kind of insane. But this speaks to you playing that song 20 times, not noticing. It honestly becomes like for me, like it's turned into like white noise for me.
Yeah.
And I don't even like really notice it. you know what I notice when like two people are talking to me at the same time? I'm like, oh, and I do like the ear cover and I can't function. Okay, but like a din of screaming middle schoolers, I'm like, what? I'm just here
Because they don't give a shit about you. They're just going on with their day.
And also, it's just I think if it's not like at me, I'm kind of good. And also, don't get me wrong, like half the days after work, I escape into the woods alone for a half hour to an hour. And all I hear is bird song.
Oh my God.
Or whatever, you know, like, so I definitely need that for sure. But I can tolerate, again, it's real fickle. You know, I kind of know what I can tolerate and what I can't. But like, it's funny because it's almost like white noisy for me, like being in a cafeteria.
That's so insane.
And it's different for everybody, you know.
I love it's like my favorite thing if I get to talk with somebody that is neurodivergent.
Totally.
Because
it's all different flavors.
Yes, and it's just like I wish I could just be in each person's head for 5 minutes.
It's a weird
at a
zone.
time.
You maybe, I don't know if you do, but you know, 5 minutes. You could do 5 minutes.
I want to for at least 5 so that you're like, oh my God, now I understand it. You know, I just understand like why this is a hard environment for you now.
Yeah, totally.
Because I can understand the noise level or this thing.
But meanwhile, I'm in a quiet office at a desk and like I'm losing my mind.
Because I wonder if that quietness is so loud to you.
Well, it's funny you say that because I can't like sleep without noise. Like I have to have a fan or a noise machine or something. Like, but it's almost sounds counterintuitive, but it makes sense for me in my brain. You know, whereas it might not for the next person. But yeah, I can tolerate that, and like I can tolerate like a concert, right?
Yeah.
That's loud, but it's like it's the mixing that I can't manage. Like if two people are going or like there's a big loudness and someone's trying to come here, I'm like, it literally becomes a processing problem.
Because it's
part of why I don't watch movies and shows.
Because it all is the same loudness. Like somebody,
I think it's just multiple inputs. That's the only thing I can figure. I don't know.
So curious.
I don't have a good read, and it's funny because this is part of the reason I don't really like TV.
And
movies. Like it needs subtitles generally.
Yes, we're a big subtitle family here
too. But even that, I don't know. They also it could just be an attention thing. They did check to see if I had ADHD and OCD, and I don't.
Oh, that's cool. They did like a broad.
Yeah, they're like, given what you've told us, let's check on these. And it's like there's like little tastes of it, but not full on. Like I'm hyperactive, but I don't have the inattention. Because he'd ask me those questions. He's like, well, you ever like misplaced your keys? I'm like, no.
Yeah, you are always on like the ball with all of that stuff.
I'm like, if I misplaced something, it would be a nightmare, my friend. I'm hyper, but I know where my things are. So, but yeah, and like, so it was just like nice to like be like, let's just step through it. It's like, hey, just got one thing on that diagnosis list.
Oh man.
So
the other thing I'm so curious about too is, like you're such an amazing artist, but like for me, art just seems like such like a non-concrete, non-linear thing that it's really cool that that's something that you do, I think.
Well, thank you. That's really nice. And it's funny because I mean, let's just call it what it is. It just turns into another special interest. And like, that's another thing I struggle with. This goes back to our loss of love for the bagel bites.
Yes.
Special interests sometimes are like, I'm gone.
Yeah.
And right now I haven't made any art in like a year.
Are you serious?
I just don't have it. It's not there. And I can't just sit down and do it. Like,
have you been teaching at all?
No, I also quit that. That was too much because that was too much. That I would get out of that. I would get out of teaching and I'd be like, I can't. Like it was too much. I needed like a weekend to decompress from that.
I always wondered how that went for you.
Too much talking. I have to look at too many people. I'm like, I'm exhausted. So it was just too much. And I finally like put on the pants and I was like, I'm not going to do this anymore.
Lauren,
I mean, I'm pretty
that
good
makes
with my boundaries.
So happy.
Yeah, it felt good. But I just haven't. And you know what? It feels kind of crummy. Like it's a little sad to me. But I also am like, this is not the first time this has happened. Like, it's just gone away. Like, it'll come back at some point. And
so you have had that happen where things will reintroduce themselves.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. In a form. Maybe not exactly the same way, but it'll come back at some point. But this is what's happened to me my whole life. This is how I ended up, like, down the, like, weird education rabbit hole. I'd get really excited on a topic.
Yeah.
And be like, I should do that in school. And then it's like, oh, I'm done. Like, that's not good. Like,
but I don't see you thinking that about birds, though. Like, you've always just loved birding so much.
There are things that have stuck around longer than others. Yes, there are. So it's not everything will disappear, but sometimes it happens, you know? And I can't force things. Like, yes, I can force myself to like make dinner.
Right.
It's like I have mouths to feed, you know, but like I have to go to work. Okay. You know, but like I have a really hard time forcing myself to do something that's not like truly required.
Yes, I totally get that.
And I'm not gonna. Like, I'm also good at just being like, no. I love, as we've talked about, my favorite sentence is one word. No. No.
And that was always funny to me because you and I could not be more different.
I know.
When it came to that. Like I
know. I felt like I was your no coach.
You were so many
Your
times.
no coach.
I am
said
just
no to
so
like 5
terrified.
kids today at school.
I can't even imagine doing that.
Did. Yeah.
I was so terrified of
And
like
that's okay.
saying that to people.
It's not like it's better to be able to be good at saying no. I probably say no too much, arguably, and I'm missing out on some things, you know. But
you
whatever.
seem happy. I mean, like you don't go to parades or fireworks or any of that stuff,
Actually,
but you seem happy.
I've been to fireworks.
Oh, we saw you at the fireworks.
The fireworks were okay. They were fine.
Because it's not like a bunch. Is it because it's not a bunch of people like crammed all together cheering?
Yeah, we were pretty wide out open. I mean, yeah, we were outside.
Yeah.
I mean, and I knew what was coming.
Right. Yeah, you know fireworks.
I know what fireworks are. I mean, I don't think they're that great, but they're fine. You know?
I think that's all of us, though. Like, that's why we all go to fireworks. We're like, I know what to expect.
Yeah. And I don't like surprises, as discussed. So.
Even parade surprises?
What is a parade surprise?
I don't know. Like, I didn't know that they're gonna squirt me with fire, like with squirt guns.
No. Unacceptable. Like you would have to let people know. No, that makes me so bothered.
You always want like a trigger warning for all of like even parades or like there will be.
No, I want
super
a schedule.
soakers.
I want a schedule. Whoops, I hit this thing. I want a schedule. Because I love a schedule. Like I was early when I got here because I've been it's like the paralysis thing that happens. Like you're like, well, I have something at 6 o'clock. I have to be getting ready at about 2.
Oh
and like it's like you know what I mean? Like I just
again, you and I could not be more different.
Oh yeah, no. And like I remember like this was one of the jokes like in my family growing up. Like once I got my license, I drove my sister to school because she was younger, and it would be like, Kate, we're leaving at 7:13. We're gonna get to the Dunkin' Donuts drive-thru at 7:18. We're gonna be in spot number 3 at 7:21. So get in the car.
God.
And everyone's like, ha, Lauren needs a good parking space. It's like, nah, guys, there was something else at work. But yeah.
Well, how does that now? Kids are just gonna make all of that shit. Just like they are not.
Yeah.
How do you do?
Well,
how
now
do
they're
you,
old
how
enough
do
that
you?
I'm foisting it on them. But when they were younger, I'm like, guys, get in the car.
Did that like cause like because kids are so chaotic?
Oh, yeah,
and
it was
crazy.
real chaos, totally. But I mean, I would just come up with new stuff to sort of take control of it. I'd be like, well, what can I like organize in my brain to make a schedule? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, because there's nothing predictable about children.
I would just like have my own internal things that I could sort of organize in my
Lauren,
brain.
that is
because otherwise
amazing.
I'd freak out. Well, it wasn't even like I tried; it just happened. You know?
Oh my God! It
like
just
even now, I have to like write it down. It's like scoop the cat boxes today, and then I'm like check.
Because you like a checklist.
Dude, I do, and it's gonna get done if I write it down. Yeah, sometimes I'll forget that I wanted to do a task, and I'll do the task, and I'll still write it down and check it off after it's done.
That's really cute. I really love that, like Frog and Toad.
Is that like Frog and Toad?
Yeah, they make a list.
Oh, that's cute.
That's
I only
like
read a couple of those books. They seem happy.
They are, and I guess they are like gay icons now.
I love that for
Arnold
them.
Lobel was like a closeted gay man that died of AIDS.
Oh, sad. Well, I'm glad he had Frog and Toad to like.
He had Frog and Toad
share his journey.
And now his daughter made it into a musical.
That seems weird. I don't know about that.
Why? Because you don't like musicals.
No, musical's okay. I used to go to musical. I think you should just leave well enough alone. But maybe it was great. What do I know?
It wasn't about him dying of AIDS. It wasn't that. It's about Frog and Toad.
Nice.
It wasn't a musical about Arnold Lobel dying of AIDS.
That's really messed up.
It is, but I'm saying it's not messed up. It's
I'm glad.
about Frog wearing a bathing suit, and like
Great.
it's about cute.
Yeah, that's good. I like that, but I probably wouldn't watch it. Let's just be honest. But I like that it's out there for those who want to. I don't know.
I sometimes just want to have you come over and I just force all this weird
No.
shit on you, and you have to deal with it, and I just get to hear your comments all night long.
I would
like
give you
Mystery
comments.
Science Theater.
So literally, it's so embarrassing. But like the only things I watch on TV, like it's like we'll just put on YouTube, and it's either gonna be like rollerblading videos
Your
or
carpet
bird
cleaning.
videos.
And your
No, that was
carpet
when I was
cleaning.
smoking a lot more weed. Like I've definitely stopped smoking as much weed. But like if I, yeah, you just get a little high.
Carpet
and you
cleaning.
put on the
They are
carpet
really
cleaning.
good.
Dude, the carpet cleaning videos.
Andy and I watched a monkey, and it was all like, it was a stuffed monkey, and it was all covered in mud, and we watched them just beat the shit out of that monkey.
See, I wouldn't
to
have
get
liked
the
that.
mud out.
I don't like that it's a critter. I want it to
That's
just be a
a
rug. Yeah, I can't hang with that. Do you ever watch the ones where like there was like an overgrown lawn, like it was like
Andy
4
loves
feet. Yeah,
those!
so there you go. So that's another version.
Andy
Mark
is
enjoyed
a
that.
lawn person.
See,
He's
but
like,
the
oh, I love how
rug-
they get that little
There's also
thing
power
in there
washing.
and do the weed.
Power
Yeah.
washing.
pretty-
That's another
pretty-
corner.
Yeah,
Pretty
Andy,
great.
talk about, because you
Yeah.
and Lauren, we've said like you guys actually like similar things, because you don't you like Great British?
Great British Baking
Bake
Show.
Off-
And
yeah,
that's,
and
again,
Andy
there's
likes
a
that too.
handful of shows that I can get down with, and I don't know why. And I think, I don't know. I guess it's not so much about the talking.
Yeah.
And I like baking. I do. I'm an avid
Are you
baker.
a food porn person? Like, is it for the food porn?
No. I think
My
I
ass
just,
is
I also
sucking.
have a little crush on Noel Fielding. So that helps.
Is that the tall guy with the black?
goth-looking guy?
And he always wears cool
from
sweaters.
from the Big Fat Quiz Show.
I don't know that one either.
You of all people would enjoy a British quiz show. My God.
I need to get into British TV. I
I mean, I'm not
stopped
clearly,
at Monty Python and Stephen
fine.
Fry and Hugh Laurie I love, but
Okay,
I
I don't
haven't
even know
seen
about that. But Mark introduced me to the quiz show.
Okay.
And again, like a lot of it is very pop culture-y, which I'm lacking.
Okay, but you
Um,
still enjoy
But
it though.
I mean, it might have been mostly for Noel. I don't know. What can I tell you?
Wait, he does not fit your. He's tall.
He's not as skinny as
Yeah,
I
I
normally
know. I
prefer.
know. I'm like, wait a minute.
But he wears
Where's
great
the Jack
sweaters, and he kind of
Skellington?
has heels. I don't know. It's cute.
He's androgynous.
Yeah, that's it. That's where it is. That's
Yes,
where it lands, baby.
it's the androgyny.
Yep. It's
Yep.
like, I can't guess your gender. I'm attracted to you. That's basically what happens.
I love that.
Yep.
It's like a blind box. Like you're like, what's it? What is that?
That's
like
an interesting analogy, but
what
sort
it
of.
like? Then you get to like find out about them, and you're like, oh, that's cool. Like that's who you are.
I mean, yeah, I guess so. I mean, he's just on TV though.
that's true.
But,
That's true.
But I love Great British Baking Show. I don't know. I just do. It's wholesome.
Okay.
You know, it's nice.
We touched on weed, and we are supposed to have a Seth Rogen laugh, but we've totally forgot to do it. So when you hear the Seth Rogen laugh, you're supposed. That's.
I don't
supposed
even
to
know
be
what
the-
Seth Rogen's laugh sounds
I
like.
could try to imitate
Yeah,
it.
go, Andy.
Okay.
I don't know, like. I can't.
Ooh. I
can't
don't
do
really
it.
like that.
No,
Oh my
no,
god!
I
I
tried.
wish you could have seen Andy's mouth. It looked like it was like clay. It was
Ew.
like clay Gumby mouth.
Yeah,
That
I
makes
tried
me
to
feel
do it.
uncomfortable.
I
I'm
can't.
glad I didn't see it. Now you
that
have to
was
live
Did
with
bad.
that.
I
it stir you in
Yeah.
your lady parts?
can't
Nope.
do it.
And I
Can't
still
do
don't know what his real laugh
He's
sounds like. I mean, I know who he is.
Oh, that makes it sound like Beavis and Butthead.
That sounds like
I
Beavis
can't.
and
I
Butthead.
can't. I can't do it.
No.
I can't.
All right,
can't
so
do it.
whatever. So in
Okay,
theory,
so
look, Seth Rogen's
Seth
laughing.
Rogen laughs, so it's time for weed mail.
Weed mail. Okay.
Okay, hold on. Let me get the.
Oh, what is our time, Andy? How long have we been talking for? An hour?
Oh my goodness.
Let's turn the smoke
Whoa.
thing on.
Okay,
You get-
here it
it's remote
comes.
What's
controlled.
our
It's pretty cool.
address?
Uh,
Weed Mail
Um,
Street.
Yeah, wrong side of the Hedge Ave.
Oh man.
Okay, are we
So-
ready?
Whoa.
Okay, so Lauren,
Yeah. Is this for
this
me?
is for you, and then you need this dry erase marker.
I do.
did the smoke thing even work?
Yes, it is coming out.
Oh, okay.
Give this shit to Meredith.
Okay, so give me that
The whole
scroll,
thing?
and I'll trade you.
Okay. Marker for me.
Yes,
Scroll for you. I thought I was getting a prize.
you are getting a prize.
Or mail at least.
This is part
Did
of
I win
it.
the Publishers Clearinghouse?
You finally won the Publishers Clearinghouse.
After all these
It's-
years.
All right, now we'll do our Ed McMahon Thanksgiving song.
No,
It's
don't.
Thanksgiving Day, a time to rest and to
for
pray.
some-
Keep
Yeah,
your
yeah.
millions.
Andy, you remember that? On this Thanksgiving
Thanksgiving
Day.
Day.
You know,
All right.
Yeah.
We need less holiday songs.
I know. You hate toxic positivity.
I do.
There is like whole radio shows now about toxic positivity.
They've probably gone too far the other end. I don't know. Whatever, man. Just,
Okay.
Just be cool.
Lauren.
Okay, I'm nervous. Again, this is a surprise, and I don't know what's coming.
I know.
I'm a little nervous.
I'm more nervous than you are right now. Okay.
That makes me confused.
So do you remember how I told you one time I was at open mic and I did a Munchkin voice?
Oh,
and
I do. Yeah, and it bombed.
It bombed really bad,
Which
and
I'm
I
a little
just wanted
surprised
to
about.
die. Okay.
I don't know. I would have laughed. You just needed me there.
So when I heard that you got, finally your autism diagnosis, this thought instantly popped into my head, and I went, oh shit, I'm gonna have to do the Munchkin voice for Lauren.
Really?
So this is a proclamation, okay?
Whoa!
Okay, here we go.
I didn't expect this.
I gotta get in the zone because this is this voice is actually for really, really, really like Andy only,
well,
inner
I'm
circle.
Honored.
Okay.
I feel like you did it a little bit when you tried to explain how bad it went.
Yes, but then
So
I got embarrassed because I was all but.
You don't need to be embarrassed with me.
I just love doing this
told
voice,
you
and
about
I
finding poop
get
in
scared.
a wetsuit.
Yeah, but that's your dad's shame. That's not yours.
I don't know.
I'm putting
that's
shame on
debatable.
myself right now.
No,
Okay,
there's no shame in this game.
I have to unscroll it.
Yeah, you do.
All right.
It even has a natural tear. It looks real.
It does. All right. I have verified it legally that she is morally, ethically, physically. Oh, I did it wrong. Physically, spiritually.
That's right.
That's how he does it in the movie.
It is, I know.
Physically, spiritually, positively, absolutely, undeniably, and reliably autistic.
Yes! Oh my god!
And now, Lauren,
Wow!
you get your actual weed mail,
Wait.
which has been hiding behind.
Oh, I thought I just got a marker.
Remember how I told you that I was gonna make you a card-carrying autistic person?
You really did?
I made you. This is your.
Oh my
autistic
god!
card, okay. And it's laminated.
It's really laminated.
And you can write your special interests here, and they can change.
It's great that they can
Yes,
change.
they can change.
Because things
and
happen.
There's fine print on the back. So
Should
this
I
is
read
for
it?
you. It doesn't. I don't know. It probably won't fit in your wallet.
Oh wow. Oh, I need both of those check marks. The holder of this card should be able to live life unmasked without anyone saying a damn thing about it, because fuck those people. And then there's a check mark for needs classes. Organ donor, most definitely. Wow, this is so special.
Yes, and so I can't wait to see what you write for your special interests, and you can just carry this with you, and maybe you'll make new friends, because they're like, I like birding, you like birding. Let's talk about birds.
Do you have a scope?
Do you have a scope? Andy has a scope. And his shoe size is 15, so
Watch
figure out that.
That sounds
scope.
Yeah.
your special interest.
I have 2 kids.
Look, there's my special interest.
Pickleball! Oh my god!
I won a whole tournament last weekend.
Did you get a trophy
I got a water bottle.
that you got to keep?
Mm-hmm.
Well, why the hell didn't you bring it here tonight?
I don't know.
The hell's
You know
the
what?
matter
I'll
with
tell you what. It's not that good of a prize. No, I don't want to sound ungrateful, but it's one of those water bottles that has a ball in it, and you shake it, and I think
for
it's
your
like if you have
protein
protein powder.
shake.
Do I look like someone who has protein shakes? I don't. I am not ever having a protein shake. I just am gonna have seltzer.
Are you a White Claw person?
No.
Are you a White Claw mom?
No. No. I just want a cold one. Once in a while I'll even have Costco wine.
Oh my god, Costco
That's
wine.
about as
Is it
fancy as I
Kirkland
get.
brand?
Hell yeah, and it's good.
I don't have.
So that's
Andy, have
another-
we ever had Kirkland brand wine?
All right, there's a YouTube
That
rabbit
would be
hole.
a negative.
Yeah,
YouTube
I don't remember
Maybe I
that.
have. I don't know.
We
Maybe.
have Kirkland everything else. Andy's Kirkland.
Boone's
Andy's
Farm.
Costco,
I've had
a
Boone's
Costco
Farm.
brand
Great.
husband.
Yeah,
Boone's
okay,
Farm.
that's nice. Good deal.
It is a good deal.
But anyway, no White Claw. No, do not.
And you said you've cut back on your
The weed
cannabis.
consumption. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I was like, I need to go to sleep. It's like I could just get the sleepy tea extra with valerian. And then
I
do
get the
that more.
sleepy tea extra. I was
It's
always
also
wondering what
delicious.
makes it extra.
I also make my valerian. I also make my own tea blends with my
Of
tea
course you
garden
do.
that I grow. See, gardening.
You have a tea garden
Gardening.
now? Wait, have you always had the tea garden?
Last year was my inaugural year, and it's going strong this year. You should see the marshmallow and skullcap patch. Okay, that doesn't
What
mean
is that?
those are relaxing herbs. I'll make you a
man.
blend.
I would
I'll
love
make
that
you a
because
blend.
Andy and I are
Custom
trying to
tea
get
blends.
into like loose leaf tea,
I
and we
got
don't
you.
know jack shit about it.
Hello.
I can't. This
I got
is
you.
amazing.
Yep.
Because
I
I
actually
love
just
the little
harvested
things.
spearmint and lemon balm today to put in the dryer.
Oh God, why you're like a fucking witch.
I mean, that's a compliment. Thank you.
Yes, like a witch that, like you make salves. Have you
I
ever
do.
made like a salve or a poultice?
I make calendula salve regularly. It's going to be the teacher gifts this year.
What does that do? What is
It's just
calendula?
calendula
That
is-
sounds like
it's a flower.
Caligula. Does Caligula salve? I would not use that.
It's a flower. It's
Okay,
resinous.
okay.
And it's really good for like healing. So it's nice and dry skin. So I basically grow the flowers and deadhead them constantly, and they keep growing, and then they dry. And then I stick them in a jar full of an oil for like a month. And then
Oh
I
my
drain it.
God,
And then the
Lauren.
oil's the base of the salve with the beeswax and the shea butter, and I usually use a Tulsi essential oil.
Jesus, Lauren.
I'll make you some.
That whole process just blew my mind that you like actually do that. Like I would do one of those things and be like, fuck this.
No, I like a process.
I-
I like
yes.
process-based things.
That's true. I
Yeah.
really like you. I've always loved your like process
I have a
art
process brain.
videos.
Yeah.
I love those.
Well, again, I'm not like someone who I'm not like the art that I do/did is like very process based. Like just doing like printing, like printmaking is not like it's done. I'm not like drawing. Like
But
it's a
how,
whole
like,
friggin' process.
But it's like, and I would like understand if like all you did were like your amazing, just incredible bird art. But like you do like cool, funky, like avant-garde, like abstract stuff, which
Yeah,
is
I
just
don't
so
know.
cool
It
to
just
me.
happens. But I haven't done it in a while, so I appreciate it. But my brain isn't there right now. But maybe it'll come back.
And,
right now,
and
I'm
if it
just-
doesn't, it
I'm
doesn't.
just making tea currently.
I think that sounds amazing.
And honestly,
actually,
like the garden takes up a lot of my energy and like brain space right now, and like it's like primo time right now.
oh my God. So
So-
I'm just
So I'll make you
understanding
tea.
that like you have to just do what your body wants you to do.
I mean, kind
and
of.
not worry about it.
Yeah, I mean, really, within reason, right? Like,
Yeah.
but yeah, totally. Like, whatever,
Like if your body wants you to like commit homicide,
like
I
maybe
mean, yeah,
like hold up,
or be like a
yeah, then you hold up,
yeah.
But, like,
Andy,
if your
how-
body's like make some tea,
Yes.
get down.
Andy,
like-
how do you feel about the word pedophile?
I like the word. I don't like what it means. It's kind of like cunnilingus. I love cunnilingus, but you can't really say that word.
He's
either.
been
What a
so
man!
quiet
What
over
a
there.
man!
He's been so quiet over there, and I'm like,
Can
damn
you
it, Andy, will
evangelize
you
that,
please
Andy?
like get?
Ugh.
Well, I am.
I know.
My
I know.
thing. I like.
And that's okay. We're not judging here. Okay? We're
This
not
is so
judging
open.
here.
I didn't mean to talk about my issues with
Let's move
cunnilingus.
to your issues.
We don't have enough time.
I guess that'll be next time. But no judgment.
Okay, like
Yeah. But
I
just know it's nice to have, a willing partner.
well, Andy, what did you say? Did you like the word?
No, he doesn't like the word.
He doesn't like
No,
the word.
I do like the word.
Oh, you do?
I
Yeah.
do.
I
I
don't
think
like
it
the
sounds
word.
cool. Cunnilingus, pedophilia. I don't know. It sounds like a cool word, but then the definition, I'm like, wait, what is that again? Oh God, can't use it.
Oh God.
Can't use it.
Yeah.
Scratch that one out of the dictionary.
Never
Pretty much.
said
No.
again.
No.
So we just have to call them like.
So yeah, if we're talking about fun names, I mean, you need to get into like plants and birds because I was just admiring one of my favorite perennials bloom today. Its real name is Astrantia, but its common name is masterwort.
I thought you were going to say masturbate.
You-
I'm like, oh, I think I know where this is going. Oh
But,
God.
like, masterwort. I mean,
Master wart.
like who
That
names a
sounds
plant
like
that?
A disease.
I know, and it's
of
a
the
beautiful
crotch.
flower. Astrantia sounds so much nicer.
So
I'm
it
like,
doesn't
who decided
look like
to
a vag wart.
You know, I haven't rubbed the flour on my privates.
No, I was.
What are you saying?
I wasn't saying. Does it?
I thought that's what you were
vegetables?
suggesting. I was like, I don't do that.
I also like assume that you're just sitting here with vegetables.
You know, thanks for blowing up my spot. That's one thing I didn't want to talk about tonight. No, I mean, no disrespect. If you have them, it's okay. I don't, but like, dude, whatever. I mean, there's treatment.
There is
okay.
treatment,
It's
but it's
fine.
not necessarily that plant.
No, I can assure you it's not. I'm here for an herbal remedy, but I love Western medicine too. Okay, like get an antibiotic.
That's
fine.
why.
Yep.
That's why we're friends.
Yeah.
Right
No.
there.
No.
Like,
Please, for the love of God.
we were both like, use my children as pincushions
Yep.
when it came time
Two
for like
things can be
vaccinations.
true, okay?
Yes.
You know, I mean, come on. God, I even did a vaccination study. I'm like, I love them. Let's get shots on the
Yeah,
market.
you've done like those.
I did the polio study.
Yes.
All that was.
Talk about that, because like, what is that?
Okay, I'll give the really
entail?
short version because we must be running low on time. I literally.
What time is it, Andy?
where
What
are we
time are
at?
we at?
We are at 1 hour and 5 minutes.
We gotta
Oh,
wrap it
God,
up.
we gotta wrap it
Short
up.
story. I had to poop in a bucket every week and bring it to the hospital for them to see if any polio vaccine
How
was
is that
in my
supposed to
poop.
tell if you have polio?
Well, it's not. It's also to make sure it's effective and see how long it takes you to shed the live virus. So they would, I guess, assess my poop for
Wait,
polio.
what? Okay,
Another
I don't
time.
understand the viral thing.
It was an oral vaccine. So I'm using my marker.
Talking into a Yeti dick.
I am.
Okay. It was an oral vaccine.
Yes. So anyway, no, literally what they wanted to check is to see, because like vaccines, right? This type had like a weakened version of the virus. And they're
Okay.
like, how long does it last in your poop? So that was part of figuring
That's
out
so
how to
weird.
formulate the vaccine in the best way.
Did you get
I don't have
self-conscious about how your poop looked? You're like,
No.
oh, this looks kind of like orangey.
No.
This like, I would get so self-conscious that they were judging like the consistency of my shit that I wouldn't be able to
they
do
were
it.
just looking for the polio.
They weren't like, you need to eat more fiber.
No. No, I had no shame about it. No. And I even got a free poop fridge.
Oh my God! What? How are we just talking about this now?
I don't know.
How are we
This is
just
before I
barely
even met
talking
you.
about the poop fridge
Well, they
now?
didn't want you to put the poop in your like regular fridge with the food.
So
which
it's
was
like a little
thoughtful.
mini
Like a
fridge
little
for
baby mini
poop?
fridge, yeah.
I
I
don't
still have it. It's in my
understand this
basement because I
world.
don't know what to do with
Oh
it.
my God, I'm 42 and I'm just learning about poop fridges.
So we're
What
gonna
the
make
heck?
a nice cup of loose leaf tea sometime and step through it.
Okay, you're talking about loose, and then you're talking about shit, and then we're talking about poop fridges. I'm like, are you gonna? We're gonna make nice loose stools.
I'm gonna
and
give
put 'em in a
someone the
poop
poop fridge as
fridge.
a gift.
You still have
Yeah, I don't know what
you
to do
still
with
have
it.
the poop fridge.
It's in my
Bring
basement.
it over here.
Do you want it? It's really little. I mean, I felt weird ever using it. I mean, it's not like I put it in there like with my
Dude,
hands.
If it holds like 2 cans, does it hold? Do you think
yeah.
it would hold 2 cans
Oh,
of
it would
soda?
hold probably like a 6-pack.
Dude, we could put it in here.
Maybe you can have it for the set.
Yes,
But you have to
a
honor
poop
it.
fridge. Yes, it's a poop fridge.
With its like provenance.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
All right.
Well, there's like a little thing behind the hedge.
It
like
should
a
wear
stool.
a poop emoji hat.
Oh, I love that. It has a
Okay.
little costume.
Yeah.
All right. We have to wrap this up. I
We
can't
do.
believe we're just barely getting
We
into the
do.
poop fridges now.
Well, you know, there's always next time.
Yeah,
All right,
there's,
there is always
what is
next
it?
time.
Hour 7.
Hour 7?
Hour.
An
and
hour and
7
7
minutes.
minutes?
Oh, I thought you said we were
Are we
on
still rolling
hour
now?
7.
I know. That's what I thought. Like, what is
this
this?
flown?
Fucking
Yeah.
Ken Burns
It's been
special?
it's been a bit. It's been a bit. It's been a journey. It's
it
really
has
been
been a journey.
I feel like it's been a journey, and I don't even know.
I'm so excited that you finally have that.
I am too.
Lauren Giannullo, thank you so much.
Thanks
for
for
coming
having
on the
me.
wrong side of the hedge,
I
the
mean,
new
I'm honored.
version. Yay! That conversation though, I could talk about this stuff
Is
for
it
way
over?
longer than an hour.
I guess it
This
can be.
I'm always gonna want to talk with people for like
Well, I don't
way
know what to tell
longer.
ya.
We're just gonna have to hang out.
We're just gonna have to hang out. Summer is a coming.